Looks like we have some movement in the Playmaji POLYMEGA story. So let's check it out and see what it all means. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of the Good Times Newsline Flashcast. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We haven't done one of these in a while, especially for Playmaji POLYMEGA, because, well, we just haven't had a lot of news. We just haven't had a lot of news. So, some things, little drips and drabs, not necessarily rumor related. It actually looks like there's some hard evidence kind of things coming through the news lines. Couple articles here and there, tweet here and there. We're gonna get through it, and we're gonna take a look at what it all means. So let's start out with a press release that came out. I got this link courtesy of the POLYMEGA official console owners fan in Discord. If you guys don't know what that is, and you guys are POLYMEGA fans, you want to know some more stuff, I mean, get on in there in the Discord. Those fine folks have been waiting just as long as all of us have been waiting, and it's a pretty cool community. A lot of jokes are had, a lot of fun times are had over there. But I just wanted to make sure I give a hat tip, because most, if not all, of this information is coming directly from those sources. So thank you guys so much for being on the ball and taking a look. And then I'm bringing this out. I'm bringing it out so everyone else that has a POLYMEGA doesn't know what the Discord is, doesn't even have Discord, they can hear this information here too. Let's jump into a press release here, and we're going to read some cool information out of it. All right, let's go. All right. So, Highway Holdings, we know them from the last Newsline. They have provided their second quarter results. And a lot of the stuff is going to be like, oh, hey, we're Highway Holdings, and this has nothing to do with anything else. And all those kind of things. Does it mean anything for POLYMEGA? Well, let's find out, right? Let's read on. A lot of the stuff I'm going to skip over because of that, though. This is the preemptive stuff. So let's get in here. Anyway, so all of the stuff here just has hey, reflective the significantly negative impact, post-COVID boom, yada yada. There was stuff with the wars that have been going on, all that kind of stuff. This is all stuff that's based for this company and not necessarily POLYMEGA. So we're going to skip this. The president and chairman noted, we are experiencing extremely difficult operating environment with pressure across all points of business. We took action to reduce costs where existed, which helps us reduce expenses. In addition, we've benefited from a one-time reversal of previously taken provisions and potential bad debts. The combination of the negative impact, blah, blah, blah. Global inflation, severe supply chains, whatever, have had a too great a negative impact on customer demand and ultimately on top line revenue. Despite the incredibly challenging environment, this is where he gave it the bad. Now in the press release, here's the good stuff, right? And that's important because the stuff I'm about to say is stuff that this guy, who's the president and chief executive officer of Highway Holdings, is saying is the good stuff for him, right? Despite that, however, we've had two great negative impacts. All right. Despite the incredibly challenging environment, we recently started to see some positive signs. Okay, so here we go. In particular, we expect to benefit from a resumption in demand from one of our larger customers, Playmaji Incorporated, which owns the POLYMEGA game console business. Playmaji recently announced that it entered into a partnership with and has received a minority investment from Atari. Right, we already talked about that as well on another Newsline. Based on discussions with Playmaji, a return to full production in Q3 2023 is anticipated. So I guess this is an older statement, with regular deliveries to customers and distributors to continue thereafter. Importantly, the improved situation allowed the customer to pay us in full all outstanding owed amounts that were held on record for approximately 2 years, which resulted in the above noted reversal of a bad debt reserve. So, because of the relationship and minority stake that Atari took in Playmaji, they got those funds. Playmaji was able to take that that injection of funds and then give it back to Highway Holdings, pulling them out of the bad situation they were in to allow them to then start production and continue production of the POLYMEGA, which was one of their bigger customers, which means they're a priority to Highway Holdings, which means that then Playmaji benefits by getting the product that they are due the customers like us that are waiting for our consoles. So that's pretty huge, and it's a lot deeper of a statement than it was in the previous press release. They say, hey, we anticipate that this is going to happen in the last press release. Like, hey, this is going to happen. This particular statement means to me that most of that has already happened. There's money that has exchanged hands from Playmaji back to Highway Holdings, in which case Highway Holdings is now due to give them the thing that they had ordered, which was the product and all of those lines that they've rented or whatever they do, so that Playmaji can then in turn say, hey, we have POLYMEGAs in a box now, and we can give them to the pre-order customers. That's a huge statement, and it's pretty awesome. So I like that is going on, continuing on. Again, this is like business that's not necessarily affected with Playmaji, but he said, we're cautiously optimistic. We have come through the worst part of this cycle. We believe that a healthy balance sheet will enable us to emerge successful over the long term in the business environment. As the business environment further improves, we are fully committed to building value for the company and our shareholders as we continue to build on our track record of success for the long term. So they see that move is basically the thing that kind of pulled them out of the fire, Highway Holdings. So that is huge, because if they are feeling confident and they're like, oh, hey, we got all this stuff and we can, we're manufacturing all these things and we can get them to Playmaji and whatever. And then, of course, all the other customers that they have, they can continue to work on and do things for them. Again, it's pretty awesome that that is a thing that they are considering, and that they're reporting on in these press releases. And again, it's a press release. You want to pump up everybody. You want to fluff up everybody. So is it a thing? Is it going to actually be whatever? I mean, who knows, right? They are still sort of on target. Q3 full production is a thing. Does that mean Q3 or Q4 delivery? We don't know. Logistics are logistics. But speaking of logistics, also in the sea of messages on that Discord, someone found a Twitter post from somebody saying, or an X post or whatever you want to call it, saying that, hey, you know what? I go on this search database for all the import export stuff, and what do you know? Playmaji took holding of a whole bunch of POLYMEGA T3 gamepads and what they call game box. Now, I don't know if that means it's like the base units or whatever, but it was a pretty sizable amount. Now, what's a sizable amount? Well, they gave a figure for the controllers, the gamepads, as 205 cartons weighing in at 1,640 kilograms, which is like, I don't know, like 4,000 pounds or something like that. And then 245 cartons of 3,194 kilograms, which is like 7,000 or something like that, pounds of this game box, right? So if these are base units and whatchamacallits and controllers, that seems like a pretty decent amount, like carton wise. Now, I don't know what's in a carton. Is a carton 6? Is a carton 12? Is a carton 20? I don't know. But it seems like, okay, well, we could pull all these out and we start making consoles, which is pretty cool. All told, it's 10,713 pounds of stuff, which is like 5.7 or 5.6 tons of stuff that they are taking hold of. They got transferred as of the 21st of this month, so just a couple days ago. So if that means that all of this stuff landed, and it landed in the U.S., it landed here in the U.S., so who knows? are they going to ship that right back off to the Eastern markets, Japan, all that kind of stuff? Who knows? Are these for U.S. customers? And like in European customers are going to ship from the U.S. out? Again, who knows? But they are getting things, which is that's the important part. They're getting things. Things are appearing. Does this mean we get the old palette picture? Hey, we got the thing and your orders are coming soon. We haven't heard anything from POLYMEGA yet directly about all this stuff. So all these tertiary stories are happening. They're real. They're press releases and they're actual import stuff from the United States database for bills of lading or whatever. The stuff's happening. Stuff got produced. It got on a ship. It got all the way to Long Beach, California, and it came off of a ship. And we know at least that there's a whole bunch of cartons of it, and it weighs a whole bunch. Other than that, who knows? Maybe they're going to put it in a warehouse and stare at it for a while. I have no idea. No idea. But it's exciting. It's exciting to me that all of that stuff is happening. Now, there is one more thing that happened. There was a story on time extension that came out today. It was also the link. Again, thanks. Hat tips all around. Hat tips all around to the POLYMEGA Discord. They said that in a statement to time extension from Playmaji, they said directly one statement. That one statement was, we are on track to fulfill all of the remaining pre-orders this year, period. So they said that to time extension. Time extension created the story that also says all outstanding pre-orders for the all-in-one retro gaming system POLYMEGA will be shipped out to customers this year, claims the manufacturer Playmaji. And then it says, originally announced, the system was had a trouble route to market. Pre-orders opened in 2018. They got a test unit in 2020. Since then, shipments have barely trickled through the customers. At one point, Playmaji admitted productions got as low as 50 units a month. Political turmoil, the pandemic, all this other stuff has hindered their ability to get parts. Lots of emails from concerned customers. And then time extension, from getting the emails, someone at time extension contacted Playmaji, and that was their statement. Their statement was, we are on track to fulfill all the remaining pre-orders this year. Playmaji adds that it's still on course to release the N64 element module for POLYMEGA as well, which will allow users to play N64 games, obviously. However, the POLYMEGA light gun, which is based on the Sinden light gun, still doesn't appear to have a solid release window. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe that they're so focused on getting all the other stuff that thing has fallen through. So, sad news on the light gun. That's one of those things that I would like to, because even though I don't know, maybe I did have it on pre. I don't know if I have it on pre-order or not. I know I had the base unit, and I definitely wanted the light gun. And I think it's on pre-order. I'm not sure. But that's pretty awesome. And then of course they also said that, hey, they recently announced plans for the POLYMEGA app and the XL service and the remix and all that other stuff. And then on top of it all, of course, the strategic partnership or collaboration with Atari, which we'll see the pair work on innovative retro hardware and software initiatives with Atari. So who knows what that means? I mean, maybe it means the 2600 plus, or something they're going to do with the VCS or whatever. Don't know. I'm excited to hear more about that particular side too. But that was the statement. The whole article was a lot of stuff that we already know about. But the thing, and again, people in the Discord already know about it because they've been emailing Playmaji directly to get this statement. The statement over and over is, we are on track to fulfill all remaining pre-orders this year. So they've reiterated it now actually in press. So we got a press release from the manufacturer. We've got that one statement from Playmaji, basically press saying we are going to do it. And then we have a bill of lading that says they took a whole bunch of game box, whichever that is, and a whole bunch of controllers in at Playmaji in California. So there it all is. We've laid it out. We have culled all of the news that we could possibly get, but it, I know, and then specifically on this story, I don't ever want to get into like rumors and speculation and all that stuff, but this all looks like hard evidence, right? I could see the bill of lading. I can see the other press release. I can, see that they've said the thing that they've been saying. Does it mean anything? I don't know. No one knows until we get a box. But if all of this means, all the stuff that we've been talking about for the past 15 minutes means that in the end, a box will appear here at this studio pretty soon, then I am stoked. I'm still stoked. I am ready to rock. I mean, how close to the finish line could you possibly get? Right? Seeing that they've are taking those things in hand, and we might be able to get one here. I mean, come on. I'm holding on. I'm not canceling. I'm not doing anything. It's just I am in it. And hopefully people that have been waiting and have been patient and have been awesome, the people in the Discord that have been fabulous and they're holding out and joking around and doing whatever. Hopefully they get theirs and everybody has theirs and everyone has a great time. And then I do tons of content about this thing because I cannot wait to get it in my hands. I can't wait. I want to explore so much other like great retro awesomeness that I just don't have the ability to show you right now. I just don't. Like I don't have a way of showing you like cool like Sega CD stuff or PlayStation stuff, whatever. Yeah, I can emulate it. But there's nothing like, oh, I have the disc right over there. I can just put it in here and then we can just play some stuff. Like that's what I want. That's what I want. And I like the interface and I like all the features and all that kind of stuff. It looks slick. I think it's cool. It's a great idea. And I just can't wait to check it out. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments about this little like impromptu kind of thing. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll chat. We'll see what's going on. Anyone else has some information, anything else, like whatever. If you start getting them, let me know. I'll do. That's another newsline for sure. Like, hey, I know someone that got it. Here it is. Like, I don't know. You don't have to send me a picture or whatever, but it was like, wow, that's awesome. People are starting to get it. That's cool. Like, we'll do an update. It'll be, I don't know, a quick one, a couple minutes, whatever. But then when it finally gets here, 100%, we're doing an unboxing, probably live. We're going to do the setup, also probably live. And we're going to dig into this thing. So again, get down below in those comments and see what you can see. Hopefully, we got you some cool information. Hopefully, if you're one of those people that's really waiting, now you're excited about it again. Just the best we can do is just kind of hang in there and see how it all goes, right? So, all right. We've gotten to the end of a video here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions. We've got to do one thing only, and that is thank every single member of the Good Times Club. So thank you to the EverCanadian, to Crimson Cross, to George Games, to Chris Westerman, to Phantom Fiction, to Skeletrex, to Lloyd R. Jim, to Papa Pete, to the Intellivision Gamer, to Ken LaCure, and to Mr. Shua, even Legacy member Karsten. Thank him too. Thank you guys all so much for the support, for hanging out, for being a part of all this kind of stuff, for getting us 1080p glory here on StreamYard, which is awesome. And yes, I keep mentioning it, that Retro Richards Restorations didn't go anywhere. We are still doing something. I may actually have thrown another monkey wrench into my plans of doing like a cool Atari video where I was going to pull out a whole bunch of carts. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do some Evercade. And then I set up doing some Evercade. And then I pulled out a box. And I went to go look for something else. And you know what I found? I found something else. I found a specific Sega Master System game that made me actually just stop in my tracks and go, I think this actually is the next episode of Retro Restorations. And I am scared. I'm scared, folks, because just as important as Phantasy Star was to me, this other game was almost just as important. And I'm worried. But we'll see. All right, there's a tease for you. That will be 100% the next one I do. And we should be able to get that one out to you quickly. So thank you all for hanging in there if you guys are waiting for that too. And until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich, and we will see you later. Take it easy, guys. And hey, play Magic, guys. Hang in just a little longer, right? All right, see ya.
team rtfc.baconicecream.com.